Good morning. Today we're going to change the sway bar links on the Chevy Cruze. I've never done it before, but it doesn't look like it'll be too difficult of a process. First thing we're going to start with is we're going to go ahead and crack the bolts on all of the tire nuts, get that tire off, and go from there. First thing we'll do is we're going to raise it on the raise point, which is, it's kind of hard to see, but there's one with a notch right here. This is where the Chevy Cruze support point is, so you're going to want to raise it there. Once I get the tire off, I'll show you the sway bar link. We'll go from there. All right, I got the tire off. Now this is what we're replacing, is the sway bar link. A little loose on there, especially on the bottom. I know there's a bowling ball joint, but I feel like this is looser than it should be. So just sprayed some rust penetrator on there, and then you need to get this bolt off. And then there's a bolt back here as well. Those are the only two bolts. I'll touch on it after, but the only thing you have to watch out for is once you release the sway bar link is making sure your brake area, your rotor and everything, and CV axle is all supported. So you're going to want to put something under here just in case, so you don't break anything there. All right, it was not as easy as the video, but that's okay. Main thing I did was I ended up getting a Sawzall and cutting the old one in half. It was a heavy plastic one, so it wasn't that hard. Now I have a steel one. Currently tightening it. I believe the torque spec, I don't have a torque wrench, but it's 43 foot-pounds, so quite a bit of force. One thing I also did was this bolt was just not coming loose for me when I undid it, so I just cut that with the Sawzall too. You just got to be careful of any lines you got or wiring you got running through here. It worked out. And then another thing I did, like I said, support this when you're undone, otherwise it'll come down. One thing I did is I put this end in, and this end was quite a bit misaligned, so I just put a jack stand under and slowly release pressure from the service jack, and I was able to align that slowly. Don't go too fast, but it worked out. Now I'm just tightening it down and hopefully the car doesn't break. Okay, I am done with the two front sway bar link arms. That was kind of a pain. Everything went pretty well except for the back end bolts that go in. Those were like impossibly tight, so those took quite a bit of time. The rest of it went fairly smooth though, so I'm gonna take her for a test drive and let you guys know. Did both sides, probably took an hour and a half, a lot longer than I wanted, but that's all right. All right, moment of truth. Not gonna take it far, just gonna take it around the block here. We're gonna see how this goes. So far, nothing broke. That's a good first step. All right, here we go. This is gonna be a fun one right here. All right, so far so good. Not really gonna do much on it today, but so far so good here. All right, just took her for a test drive. Everything seems okay for now. Only time will tell, but if you have any questions through the video, I know I skipped a lot of parts, but drop it in the comments. I'd be happy to answer how I got some of the stuff done. Thanks for watching.